Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I decided to get rid of the cheesy intro and just say, hey, welcome back. So, for today's video, we are going to go through my empties. This is my first empties video. I feel like an official YouTuber now that I'm actually recording an empties video. So I'm excited. There aren't too many. If you've seen my Project Pan, you will be familiar with some of these. But let's just get into what I've used up this month. So for the first item, this is the Lush Tingle Body Conditioner. This is one of my favorite products from Lush. It smells so minty and so fresh. It still smells like mint. And it just makes me feel very moisturized. So when I'm feeling lazy and I don't want to put on lotion after I get out of the shower, I decided to start buying these again because they are so nice for those days where you're like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling doing the lotion. That's an extra step. I'm tired. I want to go to bed, or I just woke up and I have to get to work. So body conditioner saves your life. So I will definitely repurchase this. I already have a naked body conditioner. I don't like those as much because I feel like I go through them so quickly because they are naked and they melt in your hand and they have no packaging. So I might put my naked one in here and store it in here so it doesn't get all over my shower, and then I can just dump it out, rub it on my body, and rinse it off. So I will be repurposing this. I also have too many black pots, especially since I had a bunch of Lush products that I was using up, and then COVID happened, so I haven't been to a Lush store in a very long time, and I decided that obviously I wasn't going to take in my black pots. So maybe soon, now that I am vaccinated, still being precautious, but now that I am fully vaccinated, I may go take my little black pots in and trade them in for a fresh face mask. Treat myself, you know? So, first empty. Next one, this is the Hemp's pure herbal extract in the scent original. This was an anniversary edition. I bought this 2 years ago? 2 years ago. And I just loved the gold packaging. It was so beautiful. And so I decided to use this up because it was half finished. It was getting older. It's one of my favorites. I love the scent of this. I love this bottle. I'm thinking about repurposing this. If I can repurpose something, I will repurpose something. I'm one of those people. Like any cute packaging, which you can maybe see behind me, any cute packaging from makeup items or whatever, really, I'll find a way to use them as desk organizers. Or this, I can dump my Bath and Body Works lotions that I'm trying to use up and get out of my collection into this because I prefer a pump instead of a squeezy tube, because halfway through those daggone tubes, you're just trying to squeeze out more products and nothing's coming out. So my thought process is to dump some of my old Bath and Body Works lotions that I'm going to use up into this and maybe reuse it. We'll see. Usually I actually dump them into empty Lush pots, and I like to scoop body lotion. So I would repurchase this, but I have a ton of lotions that I need to get through, so maybe if I use up all my lotions I think if I spent 2 years on my lotion collection right now, I could free up some space in my collection. So maybe in 2 years when I have fewer lotions, I will repurchase this. But for now, I am good on lotions and do not need to repurchase any. This product. This product is one of my favorites. And I have not checked Innisfree's website to see if they sell it in America. But let me tell you what it is first. This is the Innisfree Blueberry Rebalancing Water Sun Cream, and it is SPF 45 PA+++. So, this SPF, it is like water, but it's hydrating, and for my dry skin, I needed something like this. I purchased it over the summer when I was in Korea with my mom, and I brought it home, didn't use it until I got home, and fell in love with it. Have been using it since August, so this does last a really long time. Today, this morning, which it is February 22nd. February 22nd is the day that I used all of this up. So it lasted a really long time for such a little bottle, and it is so good. It is so moisturizing, but it feels like nothing's on your skin. It never pills up. It sits perfectly under makeup. I don't know if I'll ever go back to a different SPF. I do have a few that I need to try that I've got as backups, and I loved those back in the day. But ever since I tried this, I don't know if I'm ever going to go back. So again, I haven't checked Innisfree's website. If they do sell it on the US website, I will link it down below. But if not, find you a friend. I had my mom purchase me a second one, and her care package just showed up the other day. So this was in it, and I'm so happy to have it back because I literally just ran out and I would die without this SPF. I would definitely repurchase this, but for now I'm going to try some other SPFs and see how I feel. I bought a Super Group one just 2 months ago when I thought I was going to run out of this before my mom sent the next care package. But luckily, this showed up just in time, so. Then I also used, finally, I'm trying to use up some of my sheet masks because this is another thing that I love to purchase when I go see my mom over the summer and then never use. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to start using these sheet masks before they get weird. So I'm on my collection of sheet masks that I purchased last year. And I just thought, why not do a face mask? This is the Dr. Jart Dermask Water Jet Vital Hydra Solution. So, of course, the top is gone where it says all of that. But it is just a hydrating mask. I am very, very dry. Anything hydrating I need. So this was fantastic. So when I put this on and I took it off after 20 minutes, I could tell that my smile lines were a little more less noticeable, I should say. So that was great, and I would repurchase it. In here we have 3 sponges. Yes, 3 sponges. One is technically a declutter. So this is a really gross beauty blender. It is very old. I think this one's been used for 6 months. So it was just time to switch them out. And if you saw how many backup sponges I have, and when you watch my purchases from January and February, you will see that I have enough backup sponges so I could let this go. So I love beauty blenders. They're my go-to sponge. This is my favorite high-end sponge. I would definitely purchase this again. Right now I have 4 as backups in my drawer, so I don't need another sponge, another beauty blender. But yes, I will definitely continue to repurchase those. Then for this sponge, this is one that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. This is the ColourPop version of the beauty blender, and it's pretty good. I actually really like this one. It's just as soft, it's just as squishy. I think, no, they kind of have the same squishiness. I just prefer this shape. This shape is fine, and I like this sponge. These two were opened around the same time because I had just purchased this one when I opened my new beauty blender, and I've been using those two for about 6 months, and they've been great. And I probably could have used them longer than that, but I decided 6 months is kind of enough, and the blue beauty blender was kind of shredding apart, so I decided, why not? Then, for my last sponge, this is my declutter. So this is a Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, I think they're called. So I've already tried these. I knew I didn't like them, but every YouTuber says they're so great. I've loved these so much, and I thought maybe I was just being a snob, and I was emotionally attached to my beauty blender, and I didn't give the Real Techniques sponge its due time. Well, now I have repurchased it. I used it for 3 months, and obviously not as much as these ugly dirty ones, because you can tell that it's still orange. It's still basically brand new. Hate this sponge. I hate the way it feels. It's too dense. It's not as squishy and soft, and I just don't like the way this feels. It's too much. So I will never be repurchasing a Real Techniques sponge. This video will remind me, you do not like Real Techniques sponges. Don't buy them anymore. Even if they're just $6, it's a waste of money if you're not going to use them. So ColourPop is my go-to drugstore sponge of choice, and Beauty Blender is currently my go-to high-end choice for sponges. So For setting spray, I finished up a Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. If you watched my first update for my Project Pan this year, then you will know that I finished this pretty early on. We're doing January and February empties because I started this whole YouTube channel later than I was hoping for. But I love this. It's very nice and refreshing. I actually use it both as a priming spray and a setting spray. Again, dry girl. I need as much hydration as I can get. So this is great. I would repurchase this, but I have 2 backups in my drawer right now. So I'm going to keep going through some setting sprays that I already own before I repurchase this. Something I will never repurchase, and I'm really sad because I usually like this brand's hair care, but apparently their dry shampoo was not what I had in mind. So this is the Sunbum Beach Formula Dry Shampoo. Now, back in the day, if you told me that I would dislike a dry shampoo, I would never believe you. I thought all dry shampoos were the same. And then I started spending a little more money on dry shampoos and started inching up to the higher end of dry shampoos and noticed the difference. Well, I love Sunbum. I love their hair products. They make my hair so nice. They smell like Runts candy, and they just remind me of vacation because I usually use Sunbum when I'm on vacation. So they had, Ulta always has Sunbum hair care on sale. Usually you just kind of have to wait a few weeks. And I think it was buy one, get one 40% off. So I got a shampoo and conditioner, and I like their leave-in conditioner. And I needed one more thing for 40% off, buy one, get one 40% off. So I thought, I'm out of dry shampoo. Why don't I try this new dry shampoo? No, no, no. This doesn't actually soak up all my oils, and it smells nice, but it's not as cleansing as I would hope it would be. So I will not be repurchasing this. I have plenty of other dry shampoos in my collection that I need to go through. So I'm not even, well, I only have like 3 dry shampoos right now, but I don't use dry shampoo that much. I've kind of trained my hair to not need dry shampoo until the 3rd or the 4th day after a wash. And then by Friday night, I'm washing my hair. I have a whole hair routine. Maybe I'll make a video on that. But anyways, I don't use that much dry shampoo, so I'm not going to go through a bunch of dry shampoo anyways, so I will not be repurchasing this. Also, my next video will be my purchases. So far, I've only collected my purchases from January, and I about lost my mind in January and purchased way too many things. So I will definitely be on a low buy / no buy, and I'll go over that in another video. But don't be surprised if I don't repurchase any of these items in the next few months. A Project Pan item that I used up is the Bio Oil Skincare Oil. As I mentioned in my Project Pan video, I loved this as a body oil. I am definitely going to repurchase this as a body oil. No, it is not the miracle cure for stretch marks like people say it is. I took a before and after picture. I've used this for 3 months in a row before I was trying to get this out of my collection. Figured out that it was not the miracle cure people said it was. So, yeah, I had this in the back of a drawer, and I decided why not just use it to get it out of my clutter. And I used it as a body lotion, and it made my skin so soft this winter. Then we have the AHA BHA Clarifying Treatment Toner. This I purchased during an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. It was half off, so it was $10, and I was out of toners. Somehow toner is the one section of every beauty product I never have backups of. Right now, I think I have 2 bottles of toner as backup, which is nothing compared to all my other sections of my beauty products. So yeah, it's just blows my mind that somehow I keep running out of toner. But I guess toner just isn't as exciting as other things. So I used this up. It was very nice. I'm not sure if I noticed a huge difference. I did buy my husband and I this when it was 50% off. So it was like 2 for the price of 1. So we do still have another whole bottle because he's used it maybe 3 times and probably will not use it until the next time he has a breakout on his face. So I may use up the other bottle and see if it did anything, but I don't really think this did anything great for my skin. So I'll keep trying it out and see. I wish I could remember my thoughts on this, but it was just kind of okay. Let's go through some more skincare products. And especially Tatcha products, because apparently I went through a few Tatcha products. The first one, which I could get my gross hair off of, is the Tatcha Pure One Step Camilla Cleansing Oil. I love this cleansing oil. Do I love the price? No. Do I love this oil? Yes. I am currently testing out some other oils that I have in my collection that are far less expensive than this. I apparently accumulated a few cleansing oils. But I love this, and if I could, this would be the first thing I repurchase as soon as it's empty, because it just gets off all the makeup. It breaks it down so quickly and easily. I don't have a bit of mascara left. The current cleansing oil I'm using sometimes gets all the mascara and the eyeliner I wear off, but sometimes I have to use like an eye makeup remover after I've cleansed my face, which I don't always want to do another step. I have a million steps in my skincare routine, and I don't always want to add another one, even if it's just removing the rest of my eye makeup. So it would be really nice to repurchase this, but until I get through a few more in my collection, I will not be repurchasing this. But down the road, when I've whittled down some backups, you best believe I'm going to spend the ridiculous amount of money this thing costs to purchase a replacement. I love you. I hope that didn't just accidentally take off some of my makeup, because I knew it was greasy on the side. Another Tatcha product. This I will not be repurchasing. So I got this in a kit over Christmas. My mom bought me a nice little kit. Technically, I did a favor for her. She's not really one who believes in Christmas gifts. It's a whole thing. Long story. But so I did a favor for her, and it was during the Sephora VIB sale, and she said, you can pick one thing for this amount of money and I'll buy it for you. And so I had her purchase me the kit that came with the purple rice cleanser, the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, and then it also came with a mini of the Tatcha's the Silk Peony Eye Cream. Melting eye cream, sorry. This was fine. I've had a sample of this before, and it is really nice to use. It's really easy to use. I think that's what draws me to this. Every time I get it in a sample or a 100-point perk at Sephora, it's thick enough that you can just kind of scoop a little out and tap it under your eye, but it melts in, and when it melts in with that heat, it doesn't go all over your face. The current eye cream I'm using, it's not as easy to sink into the skin, and you kind of really have to work at it, and this just disappears into your skin. It's beautiful. So yeah, this is fine. I don't see a significant difference when I use this. I haven't seen a significant difference when I use most eye creams. There is one that I will talk about today that I did notice a difference, but this one, I don't really notice a difference. It's just kind of a convenience. This eye cream sinks in really well, and then you move on with your life. So I will not repurchase this, but if it's ever a 100-point perk again, or if it ever comes in a kit, then maybe I'll grab that kit. But on its own, I'm not spending the money on this jar. And then this. And I'm really proud that I use this, because I have a problem of hoarding my really nice skincare. I decided to start using some of my Tatcha products in October, and some of these were half full at the time. So believe me, it didn't just take from October to the end of January for me to finish a whole Tatcha product. But let's go over this. So this is the Tatcha the water cream. If you've been on YouTube for any amount of time, you've probably heard of this and know how lovely this is. And it's so expensive, but the packaging is so beautiful. My mom actually asked me if I would ship her the empty package. See, it's all empty. I mean, I scraped this thing empty. So yeah, I like to treat myself during my birthday, so I started early because I knew I wanted to get some of these products out of my collection. This one is definitely a few years old, and I started it, stopped it, found a great dupe for it, and there was a great dupe for 20 bucks. And now I'm thinking of just buying that and refilling one of my jars. I have a few backups. I don't have a backup of the water cream, but I at least have 3 backups of the dewy skin cream. So I will not be repurchasing this right now. If you have combo skin or you live in a hotter climate in the summer, I would definitely recommend this. It's very nice. Unless you can get your hands on the dupe that I'll talk about in one of my future videos. But it's really more an experience than I see it actually doing anything great for my skin. I do prefer the dewy one to this, so. For now, I will not be repurchasing this. Really, I don't need to repurchase any more skin creams, face creams, for a very long time. Some other skincare products I used. This is the Halika One Solution Brightening. I drink every time I say I bought this in Korea. So this is just a serum I purchased in Korea. This was actually purchased in summer of 2019. The first time I went and saw my mom, and I went crazy that summer because it was the first time I was in Korea. It was like being in the Mecca. Well, I told everybody I'm in the Mecca of skincare. So I bought every face mask. I mean, they hand you out face masks for free on the streets just to get you to come in and buy products like this that are $12 American, and it's a steal. This was great. It was a great vitamin C serum. I'm assuming it's a vitamin C serum since it's brightening. It definitely did brighten. It was great. It looked lovely on my skin. I did have like some really bad breakouts 4 years ago, and there was still some dark scarring. This, I believe, really did clear up my scarring. And again, for $12, worth it. I will definitely be repurchasing this when I can, probably not until this summer when I go see my mom, but for this price and the way this worked, absolutely recommend. Then I have the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5. I'm dry. This was just another step. I mixed it in with my day and night serum just to add an extra boost of hydration. I do have another one of these. As soon as I ran out of this, I purchased another one. This is the first time I did try this product, and I noticed a significant difference because, again, I get so dry over the winter time. With the heat running at night, that I wake up and it's hot in the afternoon, but it's hot and dry, and again, I'm never hydrated enough. This was just a huge help this winter, so I definitely have already repurchased this. This was great. I really liked this. I love Ordinary products. Affordable and nice. Then, oh God, I'm so sad this is gone. This is the Innisfree Camilla Nourishing Body Balm. So this was thick. I mean thick. Extremely thick, but it smelled so beautiful. It was for your body, but I used it on my feet. Don't judge me, okay? Again, dry. Everything's dry. So I loved this. It made my feet perfect. I would put it on, put socks on in the morning. By the afternoon, my feet looked brand new. Like, I actually went and had a pedicure, which I haven't seen anybody to do my nails since February of last year, and I haven't had a pedicure probably since 2019. So it's a miracle in a jar. Yeah, my feet love this. I will continue to repurchase this. Then I finished a sample from Perfectly Posh. My friend sells this, and she gave me some samples of this, and I loved it. And then I purchased a bunch of those hand creams because I guess they don't sell this anymore. The scent is in Social Butterfly, and it's candied blackberry and jasmine hand cream. This is so nice. I like to put this on after I've painted my nails, which I haven't done this week. Been a little busy. And I like to put this on at night before I go to bed, and the scent just makes me feel all warm and cozy. And it's lovely. It's a fine hand cream. The scent's really nice. This is good. Then I have another eye cream, and this is the eye cream I will repurchase probably for the rest of my life because I did see significant difference. And now that I'm not using it, I can tell that the lines underneath my eyes are more extreme. I don't like this. So this is the First Aid Beauty Retinol Eye Cream with triple hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid. Yes, I'm repurchasing this. This was great. It feels lovely and lightweight under your eyes, but in the morning I can tell there's a difference. So I will continue to repurchase this. Have I? No, because I need to slow down, and I technically do have one more eye cream that I could use for a night eye cream that should be moisturizing enough. But down the road, when I come off this low buy / no buy, this will probably be the first thing I repurchase because this was fantastic. And you can see that I pushed out every little bit in this container because it was so good. Oh, one more body product. So like I said, I'm trying to use up all of my Bath & Body Works lotions. So this one was the scent Bonfire Bash by Bath & Body Works. This is one of my favorite scents by Bath & Body Works. And I know they tell you how horrible these lotions are for your skin, but I can't, and it still smells like it. I can't get over how smoky but sweet this is. It's like the candle, oh, Marshmallow Fireside. It's like the candle Marshmallow Fireside with a little extra smokiness put in a body cream. And it smells so good. And it's this ugly yellow color, actually. Ugly yellow color. So it's not the best color. And it does kind of tint your skin for a little bit, that yellow color. But I didn't care. It smells so nice. Yes, it moisturizes my body for the most part. I'm not sure if it does anything bad to my legs or not, but I usually just put it on my legs and my arms. And it's lovely. I just lost the top to it. But anyways, this is great. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10 would repurchase. Which I know is so bad. We're not supposed to be repurchasing from Bath & Body Works. I do have this in a body spray. And if next fall I'm out of my backups of this, I will repurchase it. Because it smells like everything I want in a fragrance. Everything. Okay. Then, I guess since we're on the line of fragrance, we'll go through some fragrances. I used up a teeny tiny baby sample of the Jo Malone London Honeysuckle and Davina Cologne. I can't remember what this one. Yeah, this is fine. It's floral. I'm more of a spicy person, so it was okay. But I wanted to try it out, see how I felt about it. It would be a nice spring summer scent for me because I do like something lighter in the spring and summer because it gets 120 degrees here and I don't want a strong, warm, and spicy kind of scent in the summer. It just feels suffocating with the heat. But this is light enough and kind of florally sweet enough that I wouldn't mind this, and it doesn't give me a migraine, which is very important. Then we have the Replica by the Fireplace. You guys are probably tired of hearing me talk about this because I did talk about it in my project pan. I was using this up because I purchased a full size because I love the scent so much, so I've already repurchased it. And I'm really sad to see my little travel size go, but it was 3 years old, and before it started smelling more like alcohol than the scent itself, I decided to get it used up. So there we go. And then for makeup, so we have a few makeup things. I'll go through the Project Pan items real quick. So we have the Kylie Cosmetics lip pencil in Cocoa K. If you watched my video, you saw me drop the pencil lid on the floor. See, it all comes out. So I dropped that on the floor and I was like, I'm not putting this on my lips anymore because it fell on the floor. So it is being counted as an empty. Then this one actually fell out on its own as I was taking off the lid and unscrewing it. This is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Honeydew, and as soon as I took off the lid, just the lid itself popped out. And I said, well, I guess that means it's time to let that go. It was kind of old. I didn't have that much left, obviously, but it was fine. Back in the day when I loved a nude eyeliner in the waterline, it was great. Now I'm either a dark brown in the waterline or a white in the waterline. One dramatic or the other, you know. So this was okay. I won't repurchase it anytime soon, but ColourPop Cream Gel Liners I have a few of and recommend. Just this color, I don't need it. I'm not a nude in the waterline anymore. Then I have the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. This is lovely as long as it is not drying out. So mine started drying out and I was putting it on my lashes. You can kind of see there is still some product, but it's pretty dry. So every time I coated my lashes with it, within 20-30 minutes, it would flake off on the bottom of my under eyes. and it looked really gross, and I had to keep wiping it off, and finally I said, it's not worth it. Let's move on to another one. So this is finished. I also then have the LA Girl Shady Slim pencil. So people say this is a dupe for the ABH Brow Wiz, and I can kind of see that, but I feel like the Brow Wiz is a little waxier and this is a little more creamy. So some days my brows looked fantastic with this, and then other days they looked a little too much product. So I actually would probably repurchase this. The price point is great. As long as I use a gentle hand, it looks really nice. I was surprised how much I liked this. Yeah, down the road I will repurchase this, but for now I'm just focusing on the one brow pencil I have in this hair color because I have not figured out what the heck I'm doing with my hair. And then 2 more products that you've possibly seen if you watched my Project Pan update. So this is the Too Faced It's Banana Setting Powder. I had it in the shade Banana Cream. As we can see, it is empty. This is a discontinued product, so sadly I will not be purchasing this. I did actually really enjoy this. It lasted a good 3 years, I think. Probably too old for a setting powder. I know, they put these little dates. I ignore them until they upset my skin somehow, which is very rare, or I get bored of them. I usually keep a product in my collection. And this one I stuck with. I kept using. I finally used it up. I never thought the day would come that I would use this up because it's so hard pressed, and Too Faced products have so much product in them. But this was great. If it were still around, I would purchase this, but it's not, so I'll just find a different powder. And then for my last product, this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Mood Exposure. So that has been emptied out, complete grid. This was nice. I do have this shade in a Hourglass palette that I, of course, just purchased this year. This year I went crazy and saw that the Hourglass palettes went on sale, so I bought 2 of the Hourglass palettes, and I have never taken the plunge to buy any of them until this year. Felt a little silly once I heard the news that Hourglass was supposed to come out with a deeper skin tone face palette, and then it really was just full of existing shades, so they're not actually trying to be more inclusive. So I'm like, wow, I just purchased all of these Hourglass products. I also purchased the loose powder once it came to Ulta. And now I've got all these Hourglass products that I want to use up because I don't want to talk about them on my channel. Great, awesome. But that's okay. This is empty now. I will continue to use what I have purchased because, of course, I did already spend my money on them. And we'll just work through them in Project Pants. These are all of the products I have used up in January and February. Now I get to recycle them. Make sure you recycle, kids. Save the planet, save the turtles. I will have up on the screen somewhere here how much I have used up in products so far. I am aiming to do a reverse rouge ×2, which is using up $2,000 worth of products by the end of the year. I think I've started off with a pretty good dip. I did use a lot of fancy products, and we will see how much progress I have made. So hopefully you will follow along this journey, see how much in empties I can use throughout the year. Can't talk anymore. And that is all for today. So thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Please hit that subscribe button if you have not already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.